So you are basically going to rebuild it at some point of time while designing the UiPath app. Now, how can you avoid that, or how can you build a reusable header? So for that, what you have to do is you have hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi, Learning by Doing. So lately I have been exploring UiPath apps, and UiPath apps have been updated with a lot of features, functions, connection with integration service, storage buckets, some updates in the UI of the UiPath apps that we use. But along with that, there is also something very important. When we build workflows in UiPath Studio, we learn about different activities, different packages, functions, syntax, etc. But what we also learn about is the best practices to be followed. Keeping that in mind, 2 months back, I made one post that was with respect to designing aspects of UiPath apps. How can you design an UiPath app? That is something that many people who are not very much creative or who don't have knowledge of UiPath apps of how to use that different functions or HTML, CSS face a lot of difficulties with. So there was this post that I made that I had designed an UI that was of the RPA rookies page. This app is not live in action. Probably we might have something like that in future. But yeah, for now, I took the concept of the RPA rookies, which is my mission to help freshers start their UiPath or RPA journey, right? So that is something I designed the application for, and it was a edtech application, you can say, as you can see on my screen right now. So if you see, the UI looks amazing, according to me at least, and many people give positive feedback about that as well. But now here was one of the best practice that I followed that I'm going to talk about today in this video. You might have already seen the title that it is with respect to designing headers in UiPath apps. But why, how, and everything we are going to see in today's video. So let's get started. Coming to the app directly, this app that you see of the RP Rookies, I had designed it in UiPath app. Now, here is the main UiPath App Studio that you can see on my screen. Now, the topic that we are going to talk about is headers specifically. We can talk about footers or we can talk about different pages as well, but this is something that I want to talk about specifically too. Now, in all the apps that we use or any website that you use, any application that you use, you always see headers. If you open Flipkart, Amazon, I think you will always see headers. Now, what I've seen, normal behavior of people who are working with UiPath apps or who are designing UiPath apps, they build the header in the main page directly. But that is not how you should do. Now, if you see, if I'm building an app that has, let's suppose, 20 pages, in all the 20 pages, I'm going to have the same header. So either you are going to build it in one page, going to copy paste in all the other pages, or you are going to build it with some minor twist and changes, or there are different things that you are going to do. So you are basically going to rebuild it at some point of time while designing the UiPath app. Now, how can you avoid that, or how can you build a reusable header? So for that, what you have to do is you have to create one single page that has your header. In that page, in styling properties, make sure you have the background color same as your header. So if you see right now over here, and this is my header, its background color is black, and here also it is black. So I've kept that for consistency because I'm going to reuse it. Now in this main page, this is the page where I don't have a reusable header. It is something that I've built over here. But then I created one page that is only about header. If you see here, it is header. You can link these different pages. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages I have over here right now. Right. So that is what you can design over here. You can create events as well. Like let's suppose if home button is clicked, then I want to open an page. And which page is that? That should be the main page. So let me save it and let me close it. Then on courses page, there should be something like this, or contact us, there can be different things, right? So on courses page, open and page, yeah, okay, here it is showing main page. We don't want to do that. And now this was the page where I'm not using a reusable header, but what I did, I created one page, which is header page. In that I have my complete header. Then what I did in course page, I used a page container. If you go on add control and search over here for page container, drag this, and here in the page section, refer to your header page. Now what happens is whatever changes that you make to your header, so that you don't have to re-edit all your app pages multiple times again and again. You just edit it in the header page and it will be reflected in all the pages that you are using. So that is how I'm building a reusable header, and I'm using it throughout all the pages in my apps. In the course page, if you see, here is my page container. Here I have referred to the header page. And that is how I'm reusing my header page. Now, let's suppose tomorrow I want to create a new page, which is called as product. Sorry, I'm going to create a page. So I'm going to create page. I want a blank one. And let's rename this as product page. All right, let me go to header page. Let's go to product. So in the header, in one single page, I'm making the changes. So if I click on products, it will go to the products page. Now, in products page, let's style this with background color as black because that is going to be my UI. I'm going to click on add control. It is going to be containers, and I'm going to use a page control. Here, I'm going to refer my header page. And that's how quickly I've built my basic web page, a new web page completely. Now let me go to main page, and over here in products, here since there is no page container that I'm using here, I have built it individually. That is why I'm relinking. Otherwise, you are thinking that if he has to do the same thing again and again, then what is the use of that? No, it's not like that. So I'm going to close it, click on preview. And now if I go to products page over here, this page is going to directly open. And from here, if I want to go to courses, I can navigate to courses and it will open the courses page. Right now, we cannot see the difference because it's a different page, but the pages are changing. So that is how I built a reusable header, and I'm using it in multiple pages. So that helps you establish the basic structure of your page, which is fixed throughout your UI. Now, you will have a one question in mind that if you are using this within this same particular app, what if I want to use this header in another app? So right now, UiPath Apps does not have the capability to use this page as a reusable page in other apps, but I probably believe that UiPath Apps product team has this thing in their roadmap. I believe they definitely will, because that is something I have also discussed with many people and we have given as feedback as well. So in the near future, we might have an upgrade where you can take a page from one app, download it, export it, and use it in another app. So that is how you will be able to create reusable header throughout multiple apps as well, not only in one single app. But today in this video, we saw how much with ease we can develop a reusable header, what are its importance, and why we should do it. This is basically best practices. Just assume you have one header page and you are having it all over the app. The similar thing where you can implement, maybe try to guess it, but yeah, I'll quickly give the answer as well. You can use this in footer as well. We have that, right? Copyright at the rate 2021 RP Rookies or UiPath, any other company. That is same thing that you can do over here. You can create a reusable footer that can be used within all the pages. It will be at the bottom. You have to see it in every page. That is what we see in the basic websites as well, right? So that is how you can create reusable footers as well. And with this, you can also explore different parts of your apps which are constant throughout all the pages, or even if they are common in 4 or 5 pages, you can use it over there. That is how you create reusable pages. And that is how you use page container. This is where it can be the most useful of according to me. So this is how you can create reusable headers in UiPath. I hope this video helped you understand at least one of the best practices of UiPath apps. We will probably explore more in the different videos that I make. As and when I explore UiPath apps, learn some best practices by making mistake, I'll share it through the form of videos. Thank you for watching the complete video. Hope you find it helpful in your further projects that you build on UiPath apps. See you in the next video.